Hi there. Have you ever wondered how the universe is able to stay together and keep on going when we know either by science or intuition that the universe exists in a decaying or energy entropic state under the second law of thermodynamics? Certain things like gravity and mass appear to work by miracles or magic, no matter how you spin it. The Earth and planets maintain their orbits with no known phenomenological cause. Gravity probe B even demonstrates that relativistic frame dragging doesn't seem to be the answer either. In any case, there is no known negative feedback loop mechanism available to keep the orbit stable in both angular directions. Newton himself could see the necessity for a regular spurt of divine intervention, and post-Newtonian science still hasn't found an answer, but many of those scientists are too sophisticated to go there with Mr. Newton. If you have the right model, there is a scientific answer. The model featured here is called G-theory. Maybe your faith suits you fine, that God is holding it all together by a continuously acting miracle. In essence, that's true. But as scientists, we notice he's let us pull back the curtain a bit to discover sets of laws and principles which allow that continuance to go on. And we can even see evidence of ordered structure everywhere we look. Not just in the natural world, but the whole universe. And it appears to operate by digital data, especially at the atomic and quantum level. And it's not an analog universe as contemporary physics supposes. Is it possible that someone else invented the digital computer first? Why not ask the quantum world, where quantization and digital controls rule? Has such an obvious clue been completely missed? Not by me. We look out there at the natural world, up to the heavens and down to the very smallest particle, and we see a universe built on a foundation of laws. And I myself feel humbled that God has actually permitted us to search out the connections between the structures and the foundation. Unfortunately, physics in particular has come to a point. It's come to a point where it can't find any unification between its various arms. The physicists are on the horns of a dilemma. What to do? Keep looking or go back and try a different path? I decided to take the second approach because the first one is obviously getting nowhere, and if you'll permit me to be frank, devolving into rank stupidity. So when I had a good look around, I saw a universe of harmony, order, and finely tuned structure. So I said to myself, Self, there must be an empirical physics that reflects such harmony and structure as well. Go forth and find it. Now this turned out to be no easy task, to say the least. It was a bit like setting off to discover the Americas in a rowboat just because you thought they might be there. Anyway, off I went and applied myself to the daunting task, and years later I finally derived an astonishing new science. And the theory led unerringly to a postulation of a phenomenology of origins which was fully derived from the theory itself, but one which not surprisingly agrees in principle with the account in the book of Genesis. Yes, light did come before the sun and stars, and plenty of it, far, far more than we see today. It would have been a hyper-blinding flash across the whole cosmos. Energy and matter had now seen the light of day. Pardon the pun. Any scientific objections regarding this phenomenon can only come from knowledge. So if the knowledge is wanting, then ditto for the argument. There was no Big Bang from a single point of nothing. Everything rose from nothing right across the universe in the same instant. But it took some time for certain things to occur and settle. Of course, it looks a lot different from where we sit today, although we get some clues by looking far away and back in time, close to the time of creation. I have an issue with the time estimates of the current understanding, and those questions come from the science itself. By utilising a forensic scientific method, which even forced me to go back and search for fundamental errors in classic physics, I was able to arrive at the theory and formula for everything. Okay, I guess everyone's got their prepared glass of giggle juice to their lips by now, and some are even rolling around on the ground in fits at the mere suggestion that there could be anything wrong with classical physics, especially after all this time. I might ask you a pertinent question though. Why do you think physicists are having so much trouble uniting the quantum, classic and astrophysics worlds? I'll tell you why. The foundation is flawed. It's got giant cracks in it. Now, if you go to the website, you can find the mathematical proof of a profound blunder by Newton himself. And it isn't the only mistake he made, but that's another story. G-theory is a Euclidean scalar particle theory, which is not based on metaphysics, and neither has it been set up to prove a religion or personal view of the universe, nor indeed to lead you in such directions. The theory is based on empirically legal science, which I might add is quite a departure from the other offerings out there in click and paste land. For a basic preview of the theory, which anyone with a physics degree should be able to understand, visit the Nouveau Physics website. From there you can decide whether to involve yourself in a 900-page high-end thesis or not. I must warn you that you are about to enter a world of physics which fits the facts, rather than one that fudges, ignores and perpetrates frauds, all in order to arrive at self-preferential or peer-driven determinations. If you thought relativity has been proven to be the only answer, well, you might want to think again. Bye for now.